Hi, welcome to Tamira's Throne Room. My name is Tamira, and today I'm going to go over part two of my virginity story. So it wouldn't be right to go ahead and tell you about the part of that story, that I had when I didn't have a relationship with God, if I didn't finish it off with, what happened when I did have a relationship with God. So that is what I'm going to be going over today. And so, as I stated before, I said that I was a commitment phobe. And the only reason that I had not had sex before during that time wasn't necessarily because I believed in God. I tied commitment and sex together. That was just for me. That's how I just thought. So in the last video, I was saying, I understand why God says wait till marriage to have sex. So I'm not going to go over that again, but I'm going to go over these are the things that happened to me when my relationship with God got deeper. Like when I actually started taking it seriously. When you actually start taking your relationship with God seriously, you kind of are more aware of why you do certain things. God reveals more of, listen, you got a problem, and I'm going to show you what the problem is, and I need you to get it together, okay? So the first thing that God showed me was, of course, I wasn't calling what I was doing a commitment phobe issue or anything like that. I wasn't saying oh yeah, I'm a commitment phobe. I wasn't saying that. I was basically, how people have, you got players out there and stuff. I mean, I honestly didn't really see it as a player thing, but I would say it's kind of similar. So yeah, God showed me I was commitment phobe, and then he showed me that commitment problem that I had in relationships was not, it was deeper. It was deeper than just oh, I have a commitment problem. You have a commitment problem because of this problem that happened to you a long time ago, or this issue that you haven't gotten over yet from the past, okay? And so, God revealed you are more afraid of rejection or abandonment. And so that is the issue. It's not necessarily that you're a commitment phobe for no reason. There's actually a problem where you don't want to commit to anybody. If you were to ask my friends or the people that I hung out with a while back or whatever, I would probably be the only girl there that would not really be into talking about wedding rings, marriage, stuff like that. Didn't really matter to me. Honestly, it wasn't really my thing. I was more okay, yeah, there's way more things to do in the world than get married and have kids. And there is. For me, every time we would talk about it, I would just kind of get quiet. I didn't care. So God revealed to me, it's not just, that it's even when a guy mentions to you something about oh, marriage and kids, there's something in you that is all right, where's the exit? How do I get out of here? And so God begins to reveal to you things there's a deeper issue than you just having, you just being this way. There's a reason you're like this. Okay. So I haven't really dated a lot of men, honestly. And there's so many different words people describe, oh, this is a fling, this is you're just talking, all this different stuff. I really would say I haven't dated a lot of men, but the ones that I did date, these were things that God was bringing up. The older I got, the more obviously God had to reveal to me, and he was before it may have been that you didn't really know what you were doing. And I'm going to get into what I was doing. But before, it may have been that you didn't know what you were really doing. But now you know. Now you see what you're doing. Now you're not blind to it or anything. You actually go out and you're looking to do it. God revealed to me, he's you never let men choose you. You choose the men. And so you do it on purpose because you have a commitment problem. And so because you understand what red flags are. I've never been surprised by someone that has red flags. I don't, some people will say I didn't know this about him, or I didn't know that, or anything like that. And you know, some things do come up later, that's true, but honestly, most of the time when we meet people or meet men, we're able to tell right off the bat what is a red flag about them, okay? So, um, yeah, I would definitely, I would choose men that I knew weren't going to commit, okay? They weren't going to commit, and if they did want to commit, it would be easy to exit out of that relationship because I wouldn't be willing to commit to that because I already know where it would lead, okay? And so this is really kind of twisted in a way, but I got satisfaction out of tempting, you know, guys into thinking that I was more interested in them than I really was, but or that I would actually do something more with them than I would actually really do. Um, and kind of pretend in a way that, you know, I liked them more than I did. And, you know, in no way did when I was in like relationships or when I'm in relationships, I'm never looking for anybody's money, or, you know, I don't care what kind of car you drive. I don't care what kind of house you live in. It doesn't really, you know, it's not attractive to me. Like, it's cool, but it's not like, that's not really what I'm after. I would be after that satisfaction of knowing that, you know, after you confess this to me, or after you say that this is what you're wanting from me, that I'm not going to be willing to stick around for any of it. And so God gave me a revelation about this, and he was like, you know, yes, you aren't having sex with these men. You're not having sex with, but what you're doing is no better than someone that has already had sex with somebody that they're not married to. So basically, you know, just because you're virgin or whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not sinning. And so he was pointing out to me that this is still a sin because you're tempting people into thinking that you want more from them than you're actually going to give them. That can be sexual sometimes, but you're not, you know, it's not really what you're going to gravitate to. But obviously, God couldn't take me where he wanted to take me if I was going to continue doing those kinds of things. So we all deal with pain in different ways. That's what God was showing me as well. You know, some people hide behind sex. Some people hide behind food, drugs, alcohol, all these different things. Maybe you're just, you know, dealing with it in a healthy way, and you have a journal somewhere and you're just writing on it in a corner. That's cool. But, you know, that wasn't my case. And so I definitely hid behind virginity, and I hid behind pretending, and I hid behind, you know, leaving things before they were able to leave me. And so I just want to know today, like, if this helped you, and what are you hiding behind? And you should give that to God if you are hiding behind it, because he'll work it out for you. All right, he'll get you together. All right, peace, queens.